All right, guys. We're going to discuss here about how to slide behind your opponent. There's more than one way to do it. Of course, there's a lot of different hook transitions you can do, but I'd rather kind of explain like an archetype of an idea, and then you can put into it the way that you'd like to do it. And also recognize that, again, when people start doing stuff to defend themselves, you're going to adjust. Jiu-jitsu is a sense and a skill that you build over time. It's not a set of moves. So use that as you will. Anyway, can I borrow? Adam's in 50-50, and this type of stuff, if you're seated, I'm not trying to make fun of everybody. It's like, I'm going to sit here, stay down, and move behind you and do all this. You see a lot of that because both people can't wrestle. Like, jiu-jitsu guys don't even wrestle like an 8th grader for the most part. They wrestle like someone that, there's a lot of bad things I could say, but it's not good. So it's funny how many bad choices we make simply because the concept of coming up on a single leg is terrifying. Or like, oh my God, I could never exchange punches with that guy. What should I do? I'm like, I'll spinning kick. But anyway, but I promise you, if I could just knock everybody out my right hand or double leg people, I would cut to the damn chase. So we're working on it. But anyway, what I want you to understand is that a lot of transition, jiu-jitsu is notorious for having like a 17 move sequence, when a 2-move sequence involving a cross choke from the mount or a double leg would suffice and be a lot more efficient. So it doesn't mean don't be capable of doing that, but we're not searching for complexity, we're searching for simplicity and directness. That's what actually works at a high level. So to come back, when Adam's up on one knee, confidently in his base, there is actually space to slide behind this person. I'm going to take my inside foot, slide it up, pointing my toes away as usual, just get in the habit of being defensively responsible. You will never, ever, ever, I promise you this, not great at much, but there's a couple things I don't do. You'll never see me sit like this, ever. I mean, ever. Don't do it. Just stop that habit. Do not open your triangle with your foot in their holster. I bring my leg up and I shift behind. I can have my hips up so that I can start to sling into it, but when I do drop for this one, my hips are going to hit the ground. My right hand or my inside hand is going to check his knee just so he doesn't take off. I'm putting my free hook to his far leg, turning all the way to my outside hip, and that allows me to slide my knee behind Adam. I sit up, and I extend him all the way out, sliding him out as if I'd gone through my inside De La Riva spin. So the 50-50 is almost like a partway pit stop in a lot of ways between the front and the back of the person. Just like deep half is stopping halfway behind them. Let's say I'm in front of Adam. Can I borrow for a second? Adam's on top. I'm like, all right, I'm in my shell guard. I could go all the way behind in one shot, or and we go to deep half. Deep half is simply a pit stop between the front and the back of the person. Why do I use deep half? Honestly, because I try to go all the way behind you and you'd stop me. Why do you use the triangle choke? Rear naked chokes aren't available. Heel hook's a pretty cool move. It's garbage. It's hot garbage compared to a cross choke from the mount. If you had the choice between a rear naked choke and anything else, what would you do? Rear naked choke. Why do I jab you? Because you won't let me run up and knee you in the face right now. Because if you did, again, I would cut to the damn chase. So what I want you guys to consider is that the pit stop positions are very important, but you don't use them just to use them. I don't go to deep half to hang out. I go to deep half because that's partway between the front and the back of you. I tried to go all the way behind you. You weren't having it because you were skillful. You started to drop your weight, and I landed in deep half, and now I have to make multiple steps to get from the front, or to get from the center of you underneath to behind. So drop down low, Adam, so don't let me get behind you. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do stuff. I'll start to move, and he pops back up. Run out the back, and we can move. But again, if I could have just gone directly to Adam's back, I would have loved to do it. So here we are in front, and we end up in 50-50. I've tangled him to make sure he doesn't get anywhere. One, when my feet open, this comes all the way up into his armpit. This is keeping his chest away from me, safe from punches. My right hand and my inside hand chunks to check his knee. Back hook comes to the hip. This is all happening simultaneously. And now from here, you'll see a lot of flexi guy stuff. That's not what I want to do. I want to rotate all the way to my left side or my rear side, which allows me to lower the profile of my knee and draw it to me. Sit up and slide him out. As we've shown already, if Adam drops this knee and tries to take off or goes running, I'm like, hey, come back here, you. And I can bring him directly back into 50-50 backside. Or if Adam faced me real quick, we would simply end up in regular 50-50. And I'm like, hey, let me run this back again. Like that. Gotta keep getting behind him. And this time, we're able to shoot him out, climb to our seatbelt, and hopefully get things going. Why do you leg attack people? It's a great idea. However, it's because you're not currently on their back, and there's no easy path to their back at the minute. So keep that in mind, just so you're able to focus and organize your technique and your strategy.